Hi guys, today a video about this box. It is another of my Soviet avionics test set box. So I believe it is for testing some synchro motor or synchro transmitter equipment. Here is the nameplate, but it is called AP-34 as it is written here. So as you can see, it is an aluminium case, very well made. If I open it, here is the content. So the cover is loaded with wires inside. I will show you. Here is the schematics. So it is very convenient and very well made. So it will be helpful to understand what it is. And here is the test set itself. We will of course have a look overall and have a look inside. So first I will show you the content of this cover and the schematic on it. So for the schematics plate, so as you can see, it is called schema pre-machin pre-thing shows electric something complex AP-34B. Excuse me for my very approximative Russian. So we have a nice layout. As you can see, this is the connector. It is the 5-pin connector we have on the device. This is the big 44 or 45 pins connector, and it's probably this is the last of the 3 connectors. So at a first glance you can see that this connector number 3 gives to 3 modules, it seems, but it is completely separate of the other part of the equipment. Quite weird. So we have a power plug with 36 volts at 400 Hz, 3 phase, and also 27 volts DC. It gives onto banana plugs here and onto the round connector here. We have fuses which are the brown things on the device. We have a main switch number B. So or number 8. There is a switch number 8 on the device. We have a diode and a relay. Then we have the 3 light assemblies which are on the device, of course, with relay coils, it seems. We have 3 assemblies which are the big grey buttons, number 5, 6 and 7, with here a switch number 11. So it is still corresponding to the things on the device. Switches number 9 and 10 also here. So these must be synchro transmitters. Those are synchro transmitters, and so it gives it is connected to the big round connector, and here you have switches, and so they are push button combined with lights, it seems, with 3 lights here. So about what is written here, I believe it is for roll, yaw, and the third one, pitch, yaw, roll, pitch, which are the 3 things you have to take care in an autopilot about the attitude of the plane. So I do not know if it is for testing autopilot or something like this, but it is connected by some kind of to attitude sensors or attitude effectors, not sure. So next I will show you the big ass wires in this cover. So I will open it for you. It is not very easy. And here are the enormous wires you have inside. Look at this. It is really serious stuff. So they are for connecting the test set to the aircraft equipment, it seems. Look at this enormous plug. So this model of plug, you find them into almost anything of Soviet military equipment. You find them into aircraft, into tanks, into submarines, into ship, even into the space station, Mir space station, and the space capsules, Vostok and so on, did use this kind of connectors. So they are really nice, not very light. They can be taken completely apart with the brown under insulator here, as you can see. So just have a look at how big is this wire harness is. It is really incredible. So it is all for it. It is just the cables to interconnect the test set to the aircraft. So in next part we have a look at the controls on the top of the test set. So here is the 5-pin plug for power input with dispatch of the power over here on these banana plugs. Here are the two other connectors, the big one and the medium one. The three devices. So for it seems it's also for yaw, pitch and roll. So it are synchro transmitters with, you can see, precise rulers on them, precise scales. You have here the two switches. You did see into the schematics, number 8 and number 11. You have push buttons 9 and 10. You have the 3 fuses. They are very tight. You have the outputs for the 3 signals, it seems. And you have here the lights, which are at the same time, it seems, push buttons. And it can be turned also, so I do not know if it is a dimming feature for the light. Quite weird. Okay, so for you have some night glowing stuff here in the buttons. And maybe around here also. But by the way, they are not radium, they are classic phosphor thing. So let's test them. Yes, they glow a little bit. Yes, you do not know if you can see, but it is night glowing, these things also. It is quite rare to have night glowing rings around the lights, but if they are push buttons, yes, maybe. Okay, so now I will open it and we will have a look at the inside. So for opening, it is a matter, I believe, if I remember correctly, to remove these caps here, and we have another screw below it, under them. So I will do it now. Guys, here is the inside. So I do not know if you remember the schematic. We had 3 modules which were not connected to the other parts of the equipment. I believe they are these 3 modules. You can see. So there are these modules on the schematics, these 3 ones. Here you have the big synchro transmitters. You can see it is really serious stuff. Very well made. You have here the 2 push buttons. You have the 2 switches. You can see they are aircraft grade. I think this was the best quality in Soviet standards. You have here the body of the rear side of the plugs. You can see the case is shot with sharp absorbing mounts. We have here 5 relays with a neat little schematic on the side, you can see. So these 5 relays if I go to the schematic, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, yes. And here, so the other side of this module will just have basically the same stuff than this side, but with a small toroidal transformer, but it is the same thing. So one thing, it seems there are no PCBs, they are mounting plates, but it must be hard wired behind them. So by the way, they are very similar to the modules in the autopilot I did do a video about a few weeks ago. They look almost the same form factor at least, with 2 power transistors on the side and so on. So they are removable modules. You can remove by unscrewing here with these long screws. You can see it is possible to remove them completely. And this one is not secured, it seems. So here we have banana plugs. We have fuse holders. You can see they are pretty serious fuse holders. Not toys, obviously. And all behind there we have the light bulbs, the mountings with built-in switch, but it is all at the bottom of the thing. So here you can see it is quite nice, the model number of the relays and the factory logo, it seems. And here we have some military approval stamps. And by the way, each relay has its own serial number. Quite incredible. What else? On the side here we have more banana plugs, and we have capacitors, very well secured. As you can see, it should be like this. I think it is a factory error. We have a metal can diode here, and these 3 capacitors, very well secured in place. Usually you will find this kind of securing in a very high grade equipment. I mean, not even in maybe in aircraft grade, but it will be rather in a missile and space grade equipment for this level of securing. So as you can see, this is not a circuit board either. This is just a mounting plate, and there are wires behind. Okay, so it is almost all for this thing. You can see there are some test points here. So this module have its own serial number, of course. And the most incredible, of course, is these synchro transmitters. As you can see, really neat stuff. Must be very expensive. There is a nice logo here, manufacturer logo. It is we have the same on 2 aircraft jaws. Usually there are 2 wings, bird wings with something in the middle. Okay, so I will show you a little zoom in of the thing. As you can see, it is very big, so it is not very convenient on my desk to show you with kind of big things, but I think it is done anyway. You did see the insides, so it is very well made. I did get it from eBay as always. It is former look at here. It is a former sticker from Interflug, the East German airline, which did disappear when East Germany did collapse. So it was from the surplus stuff from Interflug. I do not know what did become the aircraft. They were mostly Iochlin aircraft. So they did have all the matching test equipment, of course. But by now it is all gone. This sticker green here, I believe it is a National Volksarmee sticker, NVA sticker. But it was removed at some point destructively for the paint, sadly. And here we have the last testing sticker. It was tested by BSF GmbH in 1995. So it is almost 20 years now. It was calibrated and tested, so it was still in use in 95, it seems. Okay, so it is all for this. Thanks for watching, and see you soon for more stuff, of course. Bye bye.